I'm Huon Hooke, and this is The Real Review. The wine we're tasting today is Oliver's Taranga Vineyards, Vermentino, 2020 vintage, and that comes from McLaren Vale. So Oliver's Taranga is a very well-established McLaren Vale winery. Something like 179 years they've been growing things on this bit of land in McLaren Vale. The vineyard is I think, very old as well. There are 6 generations of the Oliver family who've farmed it, and the current generation winemaker is Karina Wright. Despite the surname, she is a member of the family, the Oliver family. Her father is Don Oliver, who is in charge of the vineyard and who is quite an institution in McLaren Vale, who's been growing grapes for many people, not just his own brand. Some of his grapes have actually made it into Penfolds Grange in the past, and I think they're still members of the Grange Club. So that's a very distinguished vineyard. In recent times, Karina has been very interested in the new wave alternative varieties, and so we've got Vermentino, we've got Fiano, we've got Tempranillo, we've got Sagrantino, and Mencia, which is a very unusual variety for Australia that she's experimenting with and doing very well. This wine is a Vermentino. Vermentino is well known in the south of Italy, particularly the islands, Sicily and Sardinia, but also Liguria on the mainland. And it's found a real home for itself in McLaren Vale. So let's taste the wine. It's a very, very pale colour, as you can see, and what you'd expect from a white wine that's as young as it is, less than a year old, and not fermented in barrels or aged in barrels, which tends to deepen the colour. It's just the natural, very light colour of the grape, fermented grape. So the nose, let's have a look. It's very fragrant. Vermentino is a fragrant variety. It's fruity. It's mango and tropical fruits, guavas, a touch of sea spray, a touch of that minerally oyster shell character that some interesting wines in Italy tend to acquire, especially those, oddly enough, that seem to be grown near the sea. I don't know whether there's a link there or not. A lot of people think there is. A bit of flinty kind of mineral character as well. Let's have a taste. Light-bodied wine. Light-bodied, refreshing, uncomplicated, easy drinking wine, and refreshing on the finish. Good acidity, texturally quite nice, soft and smooth, beautifully balanced. Not too phenolic. Sometimes you find Vermentino is quite tannic and grippy on the finish, and probably because that's how a lot of them are made in Italy. This wine I find nice and soft though, but it's got enough grip and enough backbone to go with food. It's got good tension between the sweet and savoury elements there. That's a very enjoyable anytime kind of wine. It would go with a lot of different foods, and you could have it, as an aperitif or with a meal. And we scored this wine 93 out of 100, which is a good strong silver ribbon score. We suggest to drink it between now and 2027. So it's good enough now, but it will probably fill out and enrich a little bit with some more time in the bottle, maybe another 2 years. But it will be fine to drink this wine over the next 6 to 7 years. I think it's not a problem. This wine, I think, really fits in with our theme of summer wines. It's a very good general purpose summer drinking wine, very refreshing. And Karina Wright, the winemaker and manager of Oliver's Taranga Vineyards, suggests that you might like to serve a kingfish sashimi with this, and I think that's a mixed platter of Japanese sashimi. It would go superbly with a wine like this because it's delicate. You're matching the light weight of the food with the light weight of the wine. It's crisp and soft, and there's almost a similarity between sake and a wine like this, not in flavour but in texture, and sake goes terrifically well with sashimi. I think this wine would be a great match for that. Cheers to Oliver's Taranga and their alternative varieties.